Lights, camera, action, right?
Yes.
Are we playing? Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
I kind of want to do like walk on the ground at home, mindfulness meditation, self-exploration, but I feel like we're a little bit beyond that now.
Yes. So what's our intro?
Intro. We haven't come up with an intro yet, have
We
we?
actually haven't.
Maybe that's something we can let play out.
Okay. This is where I've been.
It's where you've been hiding.
I've been hiding in this
I've kept you hidden.
magical...
It's more magical now. Evidence in my life, a very angry person.
I don't want you to cover your face.
Okay. More naturalness.
Yeah,
I'm feeling unnaturalness coming in very quick. Very fast. It's descended upon me. Okay, it's coming.
Not only because you don't need to be like this. Yeah.
Restart.
No,
Hold on.
no, this is natural.
Okay.
Okay.
Keeping this in?
Yeah.
Okay, it's getting more awkward. Right, okay.
Why are you awkward?
Give me a minute.
It's
I can just feel myself descending into my conditioning. Okay, right. Let's keep it straight. I'm back in the game.
Oh my God,
back in the game. Okay.
Okay.
We'll breathe. Okay, let me clear the sweat. Let me clear the shame. The shame of being seen.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Right, we're here.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
We're back in the game.
Yeah, back in the
Okay.
game. Hi. This is where I've been, by the way. So I haven't posted for the last 10 days because, I've been
keeping you prisoner in my castle.
literally thinking, I just walked into a change of life. That's all I can say. And it's just taken me by storm, taken you by storm. And we both didn't expect this. And I know you guys have seen certain things like the tattoos and a few posts of this one. But we really have gone through something incredible the last 2 weeks. Literally, it's been nearly 2 weeks
10
now.
days.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since I first started speaking to you.
Yeah, we'll give it up.
Yeah, because we were talking for about a week on social media just because I was watching his videos and I'd done basically I was stalking him. And also I'd done a live with your friend Tom, and shout out to Cool
Tom.
Breeze. Yes, he went on live with David, and I was watching it, and you were talking about relationships, weren't you?
I love the way you said my name. A proper posh. I'm just Dave to anybody else. But to you, I'm David. I love that.
He's David.
Okay.
I've never met someone so open, deep, connected with himself, and want to just be vulnerable and speak openly about how women should be treated. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is like my dream man sitting on the other side of the camera. Who is he? And they pretty much slid in his DMs and said,
and that's where it all began.
Yeah. And then what happened?
What happened after? I feel like we should get back to the start and just start paint a little bit of a basic understanding that me and you have both been doing our own work.
Oh,
this isn't the byproduct of two people just coming together and falling in love and having a honeymoon period. This is the byproduct of two people that have been on their own paths of self-understanding and self-healing and self-improvement. I've been doing that for a number of years, 4 years for a lot of people that follow my content. You know, I provide a lot of information of understanding ourselves and really to sort of unravel ourselves and unravel the layers in which sort of build upon or around us. And so I've been doing this journey of self-development. Lauren's been doing it at the same time. We've kind of been doing it side by side, and then we've kind of met in the middle. So you know, on the surface level, they see like a real love developing between us. But then, you know, beneath that surface level, I've been doing the work, and she's been doing the work. And as we've come together, we've been able to sort of really unite on a more deeper level than just wanting something from the other person. We've both come to the table pretty much complete. There was like a few deeper wounds that were within both of us, but them deeper wounds could only really be healed through each other, through another person.
Yeah, it's like I got to the point where I was like, right, I fully have completed everything I could have completed within myself. Like, I knew there was a couple of little bits that I just still needed to let go of, some understanding, but I pretty much was like 10 out of 10 happy within myself. Like self-love, I knew, like, from my journey from 4 years ago, I probably was like a 6 out of 10 of self-love. Like, even though it was, you know, I've always been a happy, positive person, but really within myself I had a lot of insecurities, a lot of of my own issues, that I knew behaviour patterns, cycles I was going through that I just wanted to break out of. And I had a lot of relationships like my whole life, and the last 18 months was like my single time to just get to know myself, because I was so lost in each relationship I've been in. I hadn't actually given myself the time to do my own self-development. So yeah, 18 months of me purely putting my attention on myself and focusing on what my stability, like not needing of anything else, just knowing that I'm focusing on my own needs. Yeah, it got me to a state of like completion within myself, to know that I didn't need a man for money. I didn't need a man to love me because I love myself. I didn't need anything from a man. But then when I got there, it was like, okay, now I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to receive the love I want to give. And I knew in myself what kind of love I wanted. And I knew I set my boundaries to know that I weren't going to let anything else apart from what I deserved into my life. And literally, it was like the moment I knew, I set my boundaries, like, I'm not settling for anything less. I just knew. And then, bam, that was the last detachment or something. And I wanted to ring you up. It was funny because we were talking about this, and then I said there was one part of me that I just needed to let go of.
Yeah, there's like that final wound. Like if we look at like every wound anybody ever experiences is always caused by another person. I mentioned this in my story the other day. There's nothing as a self-inflicted wound. Every wound we feel, every pain we feel is always caused by another person. So we can do enough work until we get down to this final wound within us, and that's to be accepted and loved by another person. And we was both in that state where we was in acceptance of ourselves, but then to really truly embrace each other through a state of acceptance of each other. And that's where we really unified as a couple. And as we come together, there was some real there was them final real deep-rooted trauma patterns that have kind of been carrying on for hundreds of years. But we're not going to go too far into that, because this is like day 10, and each day brought something different. Each day sort of moulded us and bonded us even deeper. So we're going to give a little overview. Is it day 11? Is it the 11th day? Why haven't done the 11th day? Did we fall madly in love forever?
I think we did that on day one.
We've done that on day one. We've definitely done it on day one.
Yeah.
So there's a number of days, and each day brought a different kind of like episode or a different part to the bonding of us together. And I mean truly bonded together. I mean, we wouldn't have gone and got tattoos. You know, I'm 34 years old. I've got 2 children. I'm a man of experience. I don't just fall in love because I've met a woman. So we're gonna give like a day to day, and them 7 days and them 7 videos are gonna be each day and what we went through on each one of them days. Just as a little overview, you know, we come together 10 days ago. So far, what's happened? Like, so far on the surface level, we both have matching tattoos.
Yeah.
We both now live together. My flat has just been completely turned upside down. Threw everything away. Like, literally stood there and watched her throw everything away.
Yeah.
All of my clothes, my wardrobe, my furniture. Like, I went and got my stepdad's van, we just loaded it all in there.
Yeah.
Just burned it all.
I can't even describe, but as I walked in, like, who you were from meeting you, I just saw this, like, I saw this shining light. But everything you lived in and everything you held onto of your life was the past. Like, he was holding on to the shame of his life. Like, you were. And I walked in here and it was literally the tale of Beauty and the Beast. It was dark.
Thanks.
I'm so sorry.
I'm blatantly the beast in this story, right? Well, you're clearly the beauty. I own it.
No, but it was like, it was a lot of darkness in here, and past, and like wounds, and like, and everything sort of, it just felt that energy. And I was like, but it wasn't
You're literally hanging me right now in this video.
I know, but it wasn't you. So
no, it wasn't me, you're right.
So,
you're exactly right.
And it was like but not only on the outside, it was depths within you had suppressed as well.
Yeah,
so you were holding on to this, because I was like, hang on a minute, because the guy you portray yourself to be.
Yeah, that I showed myself to be.
Yeah, and isn't the guy that.
But I wasn't ready to fully let go of that, because it wasn't right for me to fully. You was the missing piece, you was the transformation which transformed me, but then I also transformed you. So this blossoming of our consciousness together is like a oneness rather than separation. That's what allowed me to let go.
Yeah. And if you know about the twin flame journey, I mean, I've always been into looking up on the twin flames, because we've both sort of had that with our previous relationships, like, you know, knowing we've got a twin out there. Like, I've always known, and I just didn't know who it was. Like, but there's like karma relationships, karma bonds that are similar, push pull, like all the signs you you know, you can look up online for a twin flame. We have experience with other people, but and it's all about like the mirroring of you. So you get the reflection of you. So, and I've said this in videos before, where you have to work on you and get yourself, because you are only going to attract that. And if there's issues within yourself, you're going to attract the issues. So for you to actually attract someone who's your full counterpart, you need to be in full alignment within yourself. And that's the only way, because when your acceptance of yourself, then the person you can fully accept will come to you. And
the person that can fully accept you and embrace you in every aspect that you are.
Yeah, but also with the twin flame journey, there's a lot of push-pull.
There's a lot of dynamics.
That I've seen other people been in this sort of separation phase, and I know a lot of people have even been asking me, like, you know, did you have a separation phase? But I mean, our separation phase was our whole life was separated. So we got to the point where we're on self-development. So if anything he could mirror to me about myself, I ain't running away from that, because I was fully aware that was going to happen.
When we come together, we were so conscious of ourselves that any time something come up, we was able to look at it. We was able to look at ourselves through the other person. And that was massive. That's why it happened so quick, because as soon as the trigger arose, okay, there's a trigger in me, what's happening? And then we'd work it out, we'd understand it, we'd work through it, we'd release it. And
through Reiki, through healing, through the stuff that I do, and also...
And obviously my high, ridiculously high levels of consciousness.
He was able to receive me, which was amazing, because he was totally open to, right, I know I'm holding some stuff, because he's done a lot of self-work, but where he was making things conscious, he was making things conscious and aware of them, but that energy was still there. Like with Reiki, we remove that energy. That's how you can be aware of it, you can be conscious of it, but then I get rid of it. Whereas he suppressed it even more. You were suppressing it a lot more.
I was suppressing it because it wasn't right for me to let go of it. It wasn't the right time for me to let go of it.
So we had a lot of letting go to do within
so
that.
my deepest wounds were like wounds of rejection, wounds of not being worthy, wounds of not being received, not lack of acceptance. But when Lauren come in and she showed me full acceptance, I mean, we've got some amazing content to show you guys at some point, but when she come in and showed me these and showed me full acceptance and showed me a complete love for who I am in every aspect in which I was showing, I was able to completely let go of it. So, you know, we've said there's a certain amount of work you can do on yourself, but you get to a point where you need a full acceptance of another person to completely let go.
And that's like stage one.
Like,
that's the top of meeting your twin, meeting your soulmate, meeting your counterpart. You need to fully accept them for who they are at the time when you meet them. Because if you can't change someone. I've learned that lesson. Like, you cannot change anyone. And if you can fully love someone at their worst and see everything and you accept it, that is number one. And if you can't, then that person might not be right for you. But yeah, we fully fully did accept.
Let's keep a basic overview of what we're going to be doing. We've had the tattoos, we've moved in together, we've turned the flat over, we've turned everything over. I've left both my jobs, which was incredible to be able to walk away from my job as well. So we're really in a new fresh place and a new fresh start. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be sharing all of our content. The videos,
our visions were very similar.
Our visions were always so
like,
similar.
From the moment I wanted everything I wanted, he wanted.
Yeah, and when you find somebody like that and you have that kind of connection, you just know. You just know, like, and you're moving beyond the completely different kind of relationship dynamic that most people live in. So we're going to be launching a self-transformation course, and the whole point of this course, now I'm a mindfulness and meditation teacher, and I've come to my own self-awareness and awakening through mindfulness and meditation. So I'm going to be, one half of the course is going to be all about mindfulness and meditation and how you can bring mindfulness and meditation to create more self-awareness. And then Lauren's going to be on her part of the course,
which is all about the Reiki healing and being able to identify why you feel the way you feel, to understand your emotions and where we hide them, where we suppress them, and be able to just become aware of those feelings, feeling stuck or stagnant, to be able to just understand, to have that awareness. My course really does, narrow it down through each chakra, where we do hold all of these stored emotions and stored blocks, whether it be your heart, whether it be your solar plexus or your sacral. Once you have the understanding to be able to identify it, through Reiki help you remove that energy in order to clear that path to fulfill your soul purpose of what you want to get out of this lifetime. So the mixture of the both.
So we're going to be doing a mixture of the both, combination of mindfulness and meditation and Reiki. It's going to be an introduction, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
And then obviously we're going to be releasing a ridiculous amount of content regarding our own awakenings and our union together.